Class is in session. Welcome to Finance University, the only school where the tuition is free and the degree actually pays you back. I'm your Dean of Dollars, and today we're performing a forensic audit on our latest research materials. So, what's on the syllabus today? We are tackling a concept that, on paper, sounds like the holy grail of financial discipline. It promises to slash waste, force everyone to be accountable, and make every single dollar count. It's called zero-based budgeting. Let's crack open the textbook, shall we? The idea behind zero-based budgeting, or ZBB as the cool kids call it, is just so seductive. It's the ultimate fantasy of a perfectly rational budget built from the ground up, totally free from the baggage of the past. It's a complete financial reset button. So what is this thing really? Well, ZBB is a system where you start from zero every single year. Nothing gets a free pass. It's not like your typical budget where you just take last year's numbers and tweak them a little. No, with ZBB, every single expense, from paper clips to billion-dollar programs, has to fight for its life every single time. This side-by-side really tells the whole story. On the left, you've got traditional budgeting. Think of it like that cluttered attic you're terrified to clean out. You just keep piling new stuff on top of the old junk. But on the right, that's ZBB. It's the Marie Kondo of budgeting. It picks up every single line item and asks, does this spark value and can you prove it to me? So with a pitch that good, you think ZBB would be running the world by now, right? Well, the truth is, this isn't some hot new idea. It's been tried before, and its history, it's less of a smooth climb and more of a roller coaster that just keeps ending up right back where it started. Okay, so ZBB gets its big break back in the 70s. The hype gets so real that President Jimmy Carter, an engineer who loved good, hard data, decides to roll it out for the entire U.S. federal government. But then, look what happens just 4 years later. The Reagan administration comes in and kicks it to the curb, calling it cumbersome and basically a huge waste of time. After that, it pretty much goes dark in the public sector for decades before popping back up in the private world. Talk about a boom and bust cycle. So why did it fail so spectacularly? Well, the first big reason is that the clean, beautiful theory of ZBB crashes head-on into a very messy, very brutal reality. And I'm talking about a logistical nightmare, a full-on paperwork apocalypse. Get a load of this number, 11,000. When the state of Georgia tried ZBB under then Governor Carter, it produced 11,000 of these things called decision packages. Each one was a detailed justification for some expense. Can you just imagine a governor trying to review a mountain of paperwork that high? It's not just impractical, it's impossible. And it's not just me saying it. As one critic, Robert Anthony, pointed out, this wasn't just a lot of work, it was useless work. Information saturation at its worst, a classic case of having so much data that you can't see anything clearly. That, my friends, is a massive red flag. And the quality of the info in these 11,000 packages, oh, it was pure financial fluff. Experienced budget analysts knew exactly what managers were going to write. You ask them, so what happens if we don't fund this? The answer, every time, is some version of, oh, the world will end, it's too terrible to contemplate. Alternatives? Oh, they're all way worse and they cost more. It's a game, a predictable little dance that creates a ton of work with almost zero real value. But let's just pretend for a second. Let's say you could solve the paperwork problem. You've got an AI or 1,000 interns, whatever. The thing is, you'd still fail. Because ZBB's biggest enemy isn't paperwork. It's a much bigger, much more powerful force that crushes rational spreadsheets every single time. Plain, old, messy politics. See, ZBB forces politicians to answer questions that are completely impossible to answer. Questions like this one. You're seriously asking a governor to go on the 6 o'clock news and publicly state that a new highway is more important than a social service for kids? As one official put it, that's something you just don't do, publicly. It's political suicide, plain and simple. And that is the real fight, isn't it? ZBB lives in this dream world of data and spreadsheets and efficiency. But government budgets, they get made in the real world of votes and influence and pet projects that are absolutely untouchable. One is about getting the best results. The other is about getting reelected. They're not even playing the same sport. Okay, cue the flashing red lights, because these are the real forces that drive public spending. It's not some rational ranking from a spreadsheet. It's pressure from voters. It's powerful special interest groups. It's some legislator's favorite project back in their home district. These political forces, not some technical analysis, are what really decide where your money goes. So, after all that, what's the final verdict here? Is zero-based budgeting this brilliant tool for fiscal discipline, or is it just more financial fluff, a fancy-sounding idea that's ultimately a complete waste of everybody's time? Let's just be blunt about it. In government, the pure, by-the-book version of ZBB is a total fantasy. It creates an insane amount of paperwork, sure, but way more importantly, it creates massive political fires that nobody can put out, especially when times are tight and you need to make tough cuts. It's just too politically explosive to actually work the way it's designed. But, and this is a really big but, that does not mean the whole idea is worthless. Here's the key takeaway. While the process of ZBB might be a dud for the public sector, the mindset behind it is absolutely golden. It's about building a culture where you constantly question your expenses. Maybe that means a government department has to justify its biggest expenses every couple of years. Or for you and me, maybe it's just asking why we're still paying for 5 streaming services we never even watch. That mindset is an incredibly powerful tool. And this quote right here, it just nails the whole thing. The biggest roadblock to a rational budget isn't the spreadsheet. It's politics. It's about political will, not some fancy new technology. Which leaves us with one last question to chew on. If the whole process of deciding how to spend trillions of our tax dollars is driven more by political survival than by simple math, what does that really say about the whole system? That's the bell for today, folks. If you want your financial degree to keep paying you back, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to join the student body. To keep the lights on here at the university, check out our affiliate links in the description and the pinned comment. It's the best way to support the channel. Remember, we drop fresh knowledge every Wednesday and Saturday. Class dismissed.